Hey lovelies, it's Heather. Gonna go ahead and shoot today's video. I might shoot a second one later on. Today's gonna be a pretty, I don't want to say miserable day, but depressed day, I do believe. If you watch my previous video, you'll see that the septic line and all that shit's messed up here. And so, like, for as far as normally taking a shower, not worrying about it and everything, and I just got the tub clean the other day, but at least I can put the caulking down around it that needs to go around it hopefully today if everything's dried up good. But it's like I'm sitting here and it's like my grandmother smokes and she smokes in the house and I've known that and everything, and it's like the window done has a air conditioning unit in it and everything, but I got this fan that I'm about tempted to bring in here because it's like the circulation of air. It's like air does not move in here at all, is the best way to word it, because she's constantly smoking. And she literally just sits there and lights a cigarette and then talks, and then lights another cigarette and talks, and lights another cigarette and talks, and just keeps lighting cigarettes and talking and sitting there and watching TV. It's like I literally feel like I'm like in a old man's like cigar room or something whenever I'm sitting there with her, and it's like I want to sit there and I want to watch TV because I don't have TV hooked up in my room. I might look into doing that, but I'm so tired. And that's the thing too, it's like I done have allergies. I'm done allergic to cats and dogs, and I'm not supposed to have them, but I do. I'm done putting up with that. And then I'm not supposed to be around cigarette smoke. And I mean, it's not good for people and so on and so forth, but whatever, it is what it is. I've always dealt with it. But it's like it just makes me that much more slow thinking, that much more depressed. It makes it harder to breathe. Like right now, I feel like I'm like at 70% for as far as breathing, is what I feel like, or even less. I feel like I'm having to work really hard to breathe. And then that's another thing too. She's been like getting on to me the past few days and being like, "Are you cold? Are you cold? Are you cold?" And it's like, yes, I'm cold. And in all honesty, I think I'm so damn cold because I think my body's having to work harder just so I can breathe. And so it's like, yes. It's like she's got up and she's walking around in the kitchen right now and I can hear her. But it's like, yes, you know, my body's having to put out more energy just to fucking breathe. And in all honesty, I hadn't been to a doctor regularly since I was like 18, so for like 12 years. There's no telling what the fuck could be wrong with me. All the aches and pains and stuff that I've had over the years, especially stomach problems. And they're like, oh, you gotta go to a gastrologist, but you gotta pay $1,000 up front. Wasn't able to go have that done. And it's like I have a heart murmur. It's like, I ain't had that looked at in a while. Then I feel like I've had a hiatal hernia. Oh my God, I feel like I can't breathe. I just want to like run and scream and open the window. And it reminds me of when I was a little kid. It's about to drive me insane. Like nobody knows what it's like to like feel like your body is fighting for like good, clean oxygen and you can't get it. Unless you've lived with smokers. And it's like they don't get it because their mind is so caught up on their addiction, you know, and their habit and everything, that it's suffocated and drowned it out their natural need of listening to their body, and their body screaming that, you know, it's wanting like better air quality and stuff. But holy shit, man. It's like my nose is all stuffy and everything because of it. It's driving me crazy. It's like I just want a fan blowing on me, but even at that, I've done that before, thinking that would help, and all it does is blow around the stale air, I guess you'd say, and everything. And so it don't really do that much good. And then if you get cold because you have the fan on, because the heat makes the air makes it humid, harder to breathe, or something. I don't know, thicker. It's depressing. That's the reason, in my previous videos, I was like, if the heat's on and it's hard to breathe in here and everything. And it's like now, it's like the heat's not on as much, so that's good, and it's giving a little bit more, but it's like I want to cut a fan on and set it in front of me. But then if I get cold and I'm already congested and stuff like this, then I'll end up probably catching bronchitis, which I really don't fucking want. Then if I get bronchitis, then I'm going to end up crying, because I've only had it once before, and I cried the whole time. And so it's just a toss-up. And so it's like, just go to sleep and ignore the fact that you can't breathe that well. And that sounds really fucked up, but I've done that before in my life. And I've done that before as a kid, just to fucking survive. And that's hilarious, too, that, here's my kid taken from me because of something that I said to her in October, not of this previous year, but over a year ago. And then she got taken in December. And it's like, oh, supposedly I'm this piece of shit parent or what the fuck ever. Yet here's my family, my whole life being able to do this and smoke around me and smoke in the house with me. And it's like that was never seen as any form of neglect or anything, when in all honesty, it really should have been. It really should have been. It's like I don't want to be dying just as soon as I'm born, just because my parents or my grandparents have a bad habit. And it's a bad habit. Smoking is a bad habit. I don't give a shit who you are. It's a bad habit. Because it's teaching you to go against your body's natural nature. It really is. It's teaching you to go against your body's nature. Your body is, it's meant to drink water. When you're not drinking water, that's bad. If you don't drink water at least once a day, then that's a bad habit. And, I mean, hell, I even break that rule, because, hell, I drink sweet tea all the time. But still, sweet tea, to a degree, as long as it's not extremely sweet and everything, it's probably better for you than fucking Cokes and shit. But people that smoke, man, I don't know. And then here I am all stuffy because of it. And if I was to go in there and tell my grandmother that, or tell my parents that, even when I was a kid, and be like, I feel like I can't breathe or something or whatever and stuff, they'd be like, oh, you're getting sick. Oh, it must be a head cold. Oh, this and that. And it's like trying to tell them, no, I know my body, and I know it's just because of the smoke. And it's like, that's me right now, and I'm missing my apartment because there wasn't any smoke, And it's like, I can't breathe. I mean, I can, but I just feel like I can't. And so my brain's screaming at me on the inside, or my subconscious mind, if you will, is like, run, get fresh air, sit outside. And it's like, but it's cold outside. And like I said, then I'll end up getting bronchitis because breathing in that cool air when I'm relatively warm, my body temperature is warm, but breathing in cold air, trying to reoxygenate, I guess is a word, I don't know, but I don't think it is. Fuck, I just made a word up. But anyways, it's to, get that good oxygen back in my blood system, or just back in my system, in my blood system. Lord Jesus. There you go, I'm getting stupider by the fucking minute. Just by being around fucking cigarette smoke. But, making it harder for me to breathe. And so it's making me more depressed. Because my thoughts can't get out of depressed thoughts as quickly. So they're just dragging. And it's just like, it's like everything's on slow motion. It's like I'm being starved of good oxygen that I would normally have access to, if you will. And it's like, oh, we'll just go outside. And like I said, though, it's cold outside. And so then I risk getting sick that way. The immune system in the body, man, it really has to, like, figure itself out and shit to be around things that are, like, not good for it. And there's nothing it can do about it. Holy shit, I'm, like, having a panic attack on the inside right now. Like, my heart's just like, oh my god, you know, get the fuck out. And my heart's just... And it's like, I really want to go outside and breathe fresh air, but I know if I go out, then the dogs are going to get excited, all this and everything. And then if I try to sit out there because I want to, because the oxygen levels are better out there and everything, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I might go out there and sit for a little while, but I can't sit long because it's cold. And I'll end up getting sick. It's exhausting. It's exhausting with your body constantly just having to fight for clean oxygen. And it's like that's always been the story of my life because I grew up around smokers. Like I remember a cloud in the house. Like literally of just smoke when I was a kid. It was like there was just a cloud. There was just a haze over everything. It was annoying as fuck. But at least back here in my bedroom, at least the oxygen's supposedly better, but then again not. Because the bathroom sink back here, the whole bottom of it's rotted. And I'm talking black mold. And it's just sitting there and has been for years. Even with my aunt living back here and everybody else. Just black mold. Like, what do you do with that? And what do you do with, you know, you haven't been to the doctor since you was like 12 or 18, 18 for like 12 years. And then everybody's like, well, go to the doctor. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Get on my magic carpet and take my ass? Well, get back on Medicaid. Okay, get back on Medicaid. We'll call the transport bus. Okay, call the transport bus. Guess what? They're busy. They can't, you know, or they can't get their schedule straight. And so you're sitting there waiting on your ride, you know, and then you call and you're like, hey, where are you? I had a ride scheduled for this day. Oh, well, we wasn't able to get you on that day. Like, literally, this fucking happened to me one time. Like, I used the transport bus, which is supposed to be used for medical care around here if you don't have access to a vehicle. And right now, where I live, there's one taxi cab driver. One. But, at least there's one. But anyways, I don't even know how much it costs. But, so anyways, it's like, oh, call the transport bus, you know, because you have Medicaid now, if I were to have it, which I don't right now. And so I did for my kid one time when my kid was like 3 years old. I shit you not. And I was like, hey, you know, I have an appointment on, let's say, Tuesday, you know, at 3 p.m. Okay, we'll write you down. We'll put you on the schedule, you know. And then Tuesday, I'm sitting here and it's like 2 o'clock, 2:30. Where the fuck are they? So I call and I'm like, hey, I had a dentist appointment for my kid, you know, at 3 o'clock today. Where are y'all? Are y'all coming? Do I need to call and tell them I'm going to be late? You know. And they're like, huh, you know, and I'm like, what? And they're like, hold on. And so they look or whatever, and then they're like, oh, yeah. And they're like, well, we weren't able to get you on today's bus but we'll get you on the bus Friday. And I'm like, what? You get me on the bus? But her appointment is today, Tuesday. It's an appointment. Shouldn't their appointment time with them being doctors take priority over your bus route and over your bus availability? And it's like, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's all that we're able to schedule. So you'll have to call and reschedule. And maybe you can reschedule for Friday at 3 p.m. So I called and tried to do that. And of course they couldn't. And like literally I had 15 minutes to get there. It's like 2:45. And I just broke down and like called my mom and was like, Mom, just come get us and take us. I don't even care if we're late. I'll explain it to them, and we'll still get our appointment done today because I'm not dealing with that stupid, idiotic bus bullshit ever again. I was like, I'm not calling them back or anything. So I didn't because I was mad, I was like, are they fucking morons? What do they do? Sit around and smoke pot every day before they fucking do their damn job, Like, yeah, I called you with an appointment, a dentist appointment for my little 3-year-old kid, And I'm like, hey, this is what time I need to be there. And you just take it upon yourself to be like, nope, can't today. So Friday. Friday is a day that we have that spot free, that we can go there and pick them up for an appointment. But guess what? The appointment ain't made anymore because it was made at Tuesday instead of Friday. So anyways, I'm just like, fuck it. So then Friday afternoon comes, we're sitting here, and I'll be damned if the fucking bus didn't pull up outside. And I was like, can I help you? And they're like, yeah, we're here to pick you up to take you to your dentist appointment. And I'm like, our dentist appointment was on Tuesday. And they're like, yeah. But you should have been able to call and reschedule because, this and that. And I'm like, no, it's an appointment. The reason they make it is because the available times that they have. Oh, well, you should have just explained to them that it's the transport bus and that we wouldn't be able to bring you and this and that and da-da-da-da-da until, this date and time and seeing when they'd be able to reschedule it. And I'm like, why? Why see when they're going to be able to reschedule it? Because if they reschedule it, say, next week, Monday at 4 p.m., and I call you and I'm like, hey, Monday at 4 p.m., then you're going to call me back like Monday at 3:30, or I'm going to call you back Monday at 3:30 and be like, hey, where are you? And instead you're going to be like, oh, we can't do today. It'll have to be Thursday. And I was like, so no, I'm not, like it just pissed me off. And so I never used them ever again. But anyways, that was then. But it's like, for as far as medical care and everything and just keeping your health good here, and like I've stated before, the doctors around here, do not trust them. I feel like to a degree here around where I live, we're all just a bunch of like guinea pigs for them to like poke and test at and shit or something. God, I'm so like tired, but not. It's even hard for me to keep my eyes open right now. Like I'm having to focus on breathing so much, and my nose is getting more and more stopped up with each second. But yeah. So that was my experience with that shit. But I'm actually going to go ahead and end this. I'll probably shoot another video later on today. I'm not certain though, but other than that, I hope everybody's doing good. You got any comments, drop them below. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know how you're doing, how your days have been and stuff. And if you need somebody to talk to, you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll write you back as soon as I can, and like I said, I hope everybody's doing good. Take care. God bless. Keep putting your best foot forward, and I'll catch you later. Bye.